Welcome back, everybody. For those who don't know, I'm Eimear and I'm the Macmillan Movement Coordinator for Arts in North Down. And today I'm going to take you through a little Pilates routine. Before you begin, please make sure you just read the little description box below the video. And please only take part if you're feeling fit and well to do so. Make sure you have some water beside you, a cushion if you need to. Before we get started, I want us to get set up into good posture. Okay, so just feet shoulder distance apart. Okay, knees nice and soft, shoulders down and relaxed. And just take a few deep breaths, just arriving in on your mat, or your blanket, or space that you're working in as you do your routine. Just slowing that breath down, just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Closing the eyes if you wish. Just relaxing the mind. Now I just want you to bring both hands up, just onto the ribs, and just feel them lift up as you inhale and drop down as you exhale. Do 2 more full breaths for me. And just release the hands down by your side. Taking an inhale now, we're just going to stretch out the neck. So I want you to take an inhale and exhale, just drop your chin down towards your chest. Just stretch out that neck. Take an inhale again, and on the exhale, bring the chin all the way up to the ceiling. Nice and slow, controlled with the neck. In breath, chin to chest. In breath, exhale, chin to ceiling. Slow and controlled, relaxing the mind. We'll do 1 more stretch down. In breath, exhale, chin to chest. Just taking an inhale, exhale, come back up to neutral. Just looking forward. This time we're going to go right and left, okay? So inhale again, exhale, just looking over one shoulder. Doesn't matter what side you go with first. In breath, exhale, out over the opposite shoulder. Nice and slow and controlled. In breath again. Exhale, move. We only always move on an exhale. Everyone's breath will be different. Work with your speed. In breath, exhale, move. This time, as I look over my right shoulder, I'm just going to bring my left hand up. And I'm just going to press slightly against my cheek, just to get a little bit of resistance, just to get that stretch a little bit further. Don't push too hard. In breath again, just release that hand down, exhale over the opposite shoulder. Okay, on my left shoulder this time, right hand comes up, just a little slight press against the cheek. Release the hand down, in breath. And exhale, just back to neutral, back looking forward. Brilliant. Okay, hands up just onto the shoulders now if we can. We're just going to open up those shoulders and chest. Just by our elbow rolls. Okay, so we're leading out with the elbows. Up, round, down the back, slow and steady. Getting all those clicks and creaks out of the shoulders. Slowing it down, focusing on your breath. Big breaths in, big exhales out. 1 more for me. So just get all that tension and stress out of the shoulders, as we are all probably sitting a little bit longer at the moment. And just release the hands down. Both hands up now, just to shoulder height. Okay, our windmills. Want to take an in breath, and on the exhale, one hand's up to the ceiling, one's going down by our side. This one by our side is pushing down into the floor. Top one, we're trying to push right up to the ceiling, getting that full stretch through the bottom. Exhale, hands are moving, slow and steady. 1 up, 1 down. Pushing up, pushing down, getting that stretch right through the body. finish that one, take an inhale, and exhale, just return the top hand back down by our side. Give the hands a little wriggle, fingers a little shake. Good. Okay, just grab hold of one wrist now, upper body release, inhale prepares, exhale, we're just opening up the upper body, full circle. Okay, exhaling all the way up to the top. As we reach the top, if we can, inhale again, exhale, down. Just work with your range of movement, okay? Try to keep the arms as close to the body as you can. If your shoulder movement doesn't allow that, your arms might be out a little bit in front of you. Just do one more on that side for me. Inhale again, exhale, we move. At the top, we take an inhale, exhale, down. Just holding on to one wrist, full circle. Brilliant. Just change over, grab hold of the opposite wrist, in breath again, opposite direction. All the way out, try to keep that arm nice and long. In breath at the top, exhale, all the way down. Slow and steady, good. One more on this side, last time. Try relaxing the mind, just focusing on the breath, focusing on the arms. Not worrying or stressed about anything else, thinking about anything else whilst you're on your mat. Just shake it out. Good. Just down into the hips now. We're just going to do a few little hip circles. Okay? Doesn't matter what direction you start off with. Just opening up the hips. Nice again, nice and slow and steady. Just get a nice hip circle. Just do one more this direction. And then I just want you to change direction. Good. Just do one more for me. And then just bring both feet together. Okay, feet together, knees together. Slight bend in the knees, and just a few knee circles. So hands on our thighs. Just draw a little circle out with our knees. Good. Just do one more. And I want you to change direction as well in this one. Might feel a bit strange going the opposite way. Might hear a few cracks and clicks in those ankles. Just mobilising the elbows, getting them warmed up. Just do one more. And back up to standing. Brilliant. Okay. Calming waters now in our bow stance. So we're stepping out as if we're in our lunge stance. Okay, both feet are flat on the floor. Front knee will be bending forward as we come out with the hands. So hands just at waist height. We're going to take an in-breath. And on the exhale, we're just going to push out. Hands out in front, just calming those waters. In breath, pull the hands back in. Exhale, pushing out. Each time we go out, that knee just bends out, trying to get the knee over the toes. Okay? Don't lunge out too forward. Just where we feel comfortable. Might make your stance a wee bit wider if you want a wee bit more of a stretch. One more time. Exhale out. Inhale in. Good. Just change legs for me now. So step back. Opposite leg comes out. Nice wide stance. Both feet are flat. Up nice and straight. In breath prepared. Exhale, we're pushing out. Bend the front knee. Back in. Up nice and straight. Making sure that knee's not going over our toe. Good. Just do two more if you can. Back in. Next three exercises we're going to do is our tree hugs. So I want you to bring your feet just a wee bit wider than shoulder distance. If you've got a mat, probably about the distance of your mat. If not, just a wee bit wider than shoulder distance. Toes out, knees out, arms are coming up. We're hugging our tree as we lower down. Okay, our squat position. So up nice and tall, taking in breath, exhale, coming down, pushing the knees out, head and chest is staying up. My first couple just go a little bit, okay, just go nice and shallow into it, and you can go deeper as we go on. Work to your level, folks. Control that breath, push the bum out. In breath, up, exhale, down. Try to go a little bit deeper each time if you can. Keep those heels on the floor, push the knees out. 2 more if we can. Good. Feet back in. Shoulder distance. Just want you to peel up the toes off the mat and drop them back down. Toes up and down. Okay, just engaging everything. Focusing everything right up through the center of the body. Peel the toes up off the mat and drop them back down. If you can, just take a little rock backwards and forwards. That's it. Try warming up those ankles. Calf muscles. Try not to step forward or step back as you come up onto the toes. Just try to focus on a spot on the floor, on your mat, on the wall in front of you. Something to keep you concentrating. Coming up and down. Good, 2 more. Last one. Brilliant. Okay, a little balance on one then, just to progress that on. Come to the back of your mat. We're going to calf raise, walk up the mat. And heel toe walk back down. So if you can, you're stepping forward, coming up onto the tiptoes, up onto the tiptoes, onto the tiptoes, and then coming back and a heel toe walk. Try to keep that head up if you can. Try to get the heels toe touching. Good. And if you don't know your straight, folks, use the edge of your mat. Okay, and if going forward, if the calf raise lift is too much, just do the heel toe walk forward as well. Okay, so just walking that tightrope. That's it. So just nice and steady, straight line. Just a couple up and down your mat for me. Take it to your own level. Try and progress it on if you can. So if you're on the heel toe 1 week, as the week goes on, even in your kitchen, just practice the calf raise walk, trying to get up onto those toes. Heel toe back. If we're really wobbly going back, folks, make sure we're close to something that we can hold on to. Okay, our balance isn't great. And just 1 more time up and down your mat. Good. You'll hear your ankles cracking. Just make sure you're nice and steady and it's nice and controlled. Head up as well. And if it's too easy, go backwards, close the eyes. Well done. Okay, back into the center of our mat, folks. Just a few roll downs for the lower back. Stretch out before we come down onto the mat. Up nice and tall, so bring your hands just around to your lower back. Take an in breath. On the exhale, we're going to be stretching down. We're going to tuck the chin in towards the chest. Running the hands down the backs of the legs. All the way down to wherever we feel comfortable. Just taking a few inhales and exhales. And on your next exhale, just come back up to a stand-up position for me. Slow and steady, head and neck will be the last thing to come up, shoulders will be down and relax. Take an inhale and breathe out. Hands in the front of the body, inhale again. Exhale, coming down, chin into chest. Rolling that upper back, that neck in, stretching out that lower back, down the backs of the legs, just coming again to wherever you feel comfortable. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And on your next exhale, come back up to standing for me. Head and neck, last and plump, bring the shoulders back, take a breath. Good. This time hands are off the body, chin doesn't come into the chest, get at the weight of the head, weight of the shoulders, bring us forward. So we're taking an in breath, we're just tipping over from the waist, letting the arms down, go out in front, chins away from the chest. Just come into a nice straight tabletop position, try not to come the whole way down to the floor. Okay, so just let us dangle there from about our hips. Give the fingers a wee wriggle. Okay, then just pull the shoulders back. Okay, try to straighten up that back. Okay, give the fingers a little wriggle. And then just let the hands dangle down again, so let the shoulders come forward. Okay, in front of us now, I want us to imagine we've got a little box. Okay, we're going to lift that up above our head. So how we're going to do that, we're going to take an inhale, hands on the box, exhale, we're going to bend our knees, we lift the box up nice and straight, up, front of the chest, front of the head, pushing the bum out, bringing it right up above the head if we can. Good, up nice and straight. In breath again, exhale, we're bringing that box back down to the floor. Keeping those knees bent, pushing the bum out. Box is coming down to the floor. Good. Straighten the legs up, keep the hands down. Give the fingers a little wriggle. We're going to do it one more time. Take an in breath. We've got our box. Exhale, bend the knees, lifting the box up, pushing the bum out. Back's nice and straight. Box at our chest. It's at our face. It's up above our head. Nice and straight. Good. Pushing those heels into the floor. In breath again. Exhale. Bringing the box back down. Good. Slow and steady. Box is the floor. Straighten up the legs. Give the fingers a little wriggle. Take an in breath. And on the exhale, you're coming back up to standing. Slow and steady. Head and neck again is the last thing to come up. Roll the shoulders back. Take an in breath. And exhale. Brilliant. Okay, this time we're going to roll down, folks. We're going to roll down onto the mat. We're going to come into a seated position. Again, do whatever makes you comfortable or whichever is easiest for you to get down onto the mat. If you need to use a chair or whatever. For me, hands on the front of the body as I exhale, bending the knees and coming down nice and slow. Trying to get the hands close to the mat and then the knees down. And as I said, we're coming into a seated position. So just sitting back onto my feet, untucking those and bringing them around to the front. And in our seated position, folks, if we can, we want to be nice and cross-legged. Okay, it might be more comfortable for you to have your legs out, that's fine. It might be more comfortable to sit on a cushion, whatever works for you. But if you can, you're going to cross your legs, you're going to shimmy back and get up onto those sitting bones. Back's going to be nice and straight, core's going to be engaged. And we're going to move into our first exercise in our seated position. Okay, just place both hands just out, hip level, okay? You might be sideways on your mat, which is absolutely fine, but just hands in line with your hips, up nice and straight. We're going to go into a side bend, okay? So we're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're just going to lift up, one hand at a time, bring it right up above the head. Once we come up nice and straight above the head, we might take another inhale if we need to. And on the exhale, we are just going to come out over the opposite side of the body and just getting that stretch right down the side of the body. Taking an inhale and an exhale, just back down. Slow and steady. Control that arm as it returns to the floor. Opposite side again. In breath. Exhale is lifting up. Again, just make sure you have the space. So I'm just going to shimmy over slightly. Come up. Nice and straight. In breath at the top. Exhale, we're just bending over the body. Okay, this hand on the floor is just bending slightly at elbows, just bending, give me that little bit of room to move. In breath again. Exhale, down. Slow and steady. Don't let the speed of the arm force the hand down. Good. Two more. So one on each side. We're up nice and tall, sitting on our sitting bones. Exhaling, bringing the hand up. Stretch it right out down that side. Turn into the floor. Good. Last time. Well done. Just release those legs out to the front, give them a little shake. Sitting up still nice and tall in those sitting bones, and when we're ready, we're just going to give the adductors a little stretch. We're bringing the feet in, palm sole to sole if we can. Okay. Closer your feet are coming in towards the body, the more of a stretch you're going to get. If it's more comfortable for you to have them further out, that's fine as well. Hands can be on the feet or on the legs. But we're just sitting up nice and tall. Soles of the feet touching. Just breathing in and out. Just closing the eyes if you wish. Just breathing in through that core, right up through the body. Up nice and straight, and exhale them out. And as we exhale, just dropping the knees closer to the floor if you can. And just opening up the groin area. The adductors are getting a great stretch. Shouldn't be any pain. Exhale and just release the legs out. Again, just give them a little pump. Just get a little bit of blood flowing through them. Okay, and just keeping your legs out, just in a slight V position. Okay, up nice and tall. And we're going to take an in breath. Okay, on the exhale, all I want you to do is bring in one leg. Okay, I bring the right one, sole of the foot just coming up in towards the left leg. Okay. Some people that might not be comfortable, just bring this leg, if you can bend in this slight bend position, that's fine. Wherever's comfortable for you, but we're sitting up nice and tall still. Hands are going to be on my left leg. I'm going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, I'm just going to run my hands down the leg, just bending over, okay, from the back. Head, eyes are down on the leg, and we're just staying here for a couple of breaths. Just try to get that hand down the legs close as far as far down the legs we can. Without any pain, but feeling that stretch up the back, down the backs of the leg. Next exhale, just come up for me, nice and slow. Back up into a nice tall position. Take an in breath. Exhale, release that bent leg out. Change it over. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the opposite leg in. Up nice and tall. Hands are on my right leg this time, the straight leg. Okay, take an in breath. Exhale, hands come down the leg. Eyes are on the leg, coming down to wherever we feel comfortable. And one side might be slightly tighter than the other, so you might get your hands a little bit further down one leg than the other. Just go to wherever's comfortable for you and take a few breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back up the leg. Up nice and tall. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, release the leg out. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands just in front on the mat. We're going to imagine we've got a little box here again. Hands are on our box, the side of the box. We're going to take an in breath. Exhale, we're going to lift that box up in front of our head, right up above our head. We're sitting up nice and tall. Feeling that stretch right through the shoulders, the back, and the core is nice and strong. It's engaged. In breath, we're bringing that box back down. Good. One more time. Up nice and tall on those sitting bones. Don't be slouching. Last time. In breath. Exhale, lift. All the way up. Straight arms, stretching right up through the body. In breath, exhale, return. Good, well done. Just bring the legs together, give them a little wriggle, a little pump. Next exercise we're going to do focuses on our back. So just take your time coming down onto your back, please don't throw yourself down. Lower yourself, whichever way is comfortable for you. Just engage in the core. For me, taking an in breath, exhale, then just lower myself down towards the mat. Don't throw the head and neck back. Slow and controlled. Good. Just legs out straight. Take a breath here before we move into our next exercise. First exercise we're going to do on the mat is our supine swimming. So I want you to bend up both feet for me. Okay, supine swimming, opposite sides of the body. We've done it before. If my left arm is coming out and over the top, my right leg is sliding out along the floor. Full stretch right through the body from the tip of the toe all the way up, out to the fingertips. I'll slide it back in. Opposite side will be my left leg goes out, my right arm goes above my head. Okay, so supine swimming, just working on our own level. Keep the feet and arms on the floor for now, folks. Okay, we'll do a second round where we can adapt that, progress it on. So in breath prepares, exhale, we're sliding, foot out on the arm, trying to get it going at the same time. In breath, exhale, return. Breath prepares, exhale, return. Nice and slow and steady. Get that stretch right through the body. Try get the arms and legs working at the same time. 2 more. 1 on each side. Good. Last time for me. Controlling the breath, only bring that arm wherever feels comfortable for you. Some people will go all the way to the floor, others won't. Once you're finished, just straighten out both legs. Just take a couple of breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you're ready, just bend up both knees for me again. Next exercise we're going to do is our bridges. So feet again, make sure they're still shoulder distance apart. They're not too close, not too far away. Heels be pushing into the floor. In breath prepares. Just like our tree hugs for the first couple of folks, just lifting nice and comfortably. Just to wherever feels comfortable for you. Nice and slow and controlled. You don't have to come to full height, full lift into it. Just get the first couple just to warm up the body. Engage the glutes and the core. In breath prepares, exhale, we're coming down. Everything's controlled, tighten the way up. Our glutes are tight, hamstrings tight, core's engaged. And as we lower down, everything starts to loosen out. But we are controlling and looking after the back, 1 vertebrae at a time, as we lower to the floor. In breath prepares, exhale, we lift. We're only moving on an exhale. Do not hold the breath. Take an inhale at the top, exhale, return. Good. Do 2 more for me. Keep everything nice and controlled. Everything's nice and steady. Exhale. Once you're finished, just straighten out both legs. Take a breath. Good work, folks. Okay, when you're ready, bend up both knees for me again. The next one we're going to go into is our sit-up prep. Just turn to the side so it show you a little bit better. Okay. For our sit-up prep, we don't need to come into a full sit-up. We don't need to come into a full seated position. Okay, make sure we're nice and comfortable. Knees are bent up. Hands just on the thighs, folks. Chin and chest, there's a gap. So we've got that tennis ball or that apple in there. Okay, so we're not throwing the neck back or throwing it forward. We're going to take an in-breath, and on the exhale, I just want you to try and lift the head, shoulders, neck up off the floor. Okay, just run those hands slightly up the thighs. Engage engaging the core and coming back down nice and slow. So only lift to wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, try not to, you don't need to come the whole way, you don't need to extend the whole way of the sit up. Okay, slow and steady. In breath, exhale, lifting up, keeping that gap, coming back down. Lifting up, in breath, exhale, down. Slow and steady. Good, do four more for me if you can. 4 more. In breath, prepare, exhale, we lift up. Coming back down nice and slow. Try to just get those head, shoulders and neck off the mat. Control the breath. Engage the core. Once you're finished, just straighten the legs out, take a few breaths. I'm on my last one. Back down. Once you're finished, just straighten out the legs. Good job, well done. Take a couple of deep breaths. Okay, just hands by our side, just moving into an arm exercise now. Give the core a little breather. We're going to take an inhale on the exhale, we're going to go double arms behind the head. So both hands at the same time if you can, up and over and out the back. Trying to get them as close to the floor as you can. In breath, exhale, return. Slow and steady. Try to get those arms working together at the same speed. Nice, long, strong arms. Feeling that stretch right up through the body as the arms are out back, through the shoulders, the chest, the core, the back. Really nice stretch, folks. Just do 2 more for me if you can. Only moving on an exhale. Focusing on the breath. Relaxing the mind. Not worrying or thinking about anything else. Last one for me. Slow and steady, getting those hands returned to the floor. Take a breath whenever you're finished. Next exercise we're moving into, folks, is our 100. So you can bend up your knees again. Just show you from the side. So a couple of options for our 100. We're going to do 50 now and 50 at the end. Our 100s, folks, we level 1, hands just pulsing. Okay, your hands are doing the pulsing, head and neck and stay on the floor. Level 2, try to get the head and neck, shoulders just off the mat, arms are pulsing. Level 3, feet are up, arms are up. Make it harder, straighten those legs. Okay. The pulse, folks, we're going to count to 10. We're pulsing down, breathing in, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms up, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so count to 10. We're going to do 5 cycles, so we'll breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1. We'll do 5 times, that gives us our 50. Okay, and then just straighten the legs out, take a breather. So up to you, whatever level you do. Level 1, just pulsing the hands, arms and head, neck stays on the floor. Level 2, chest is up, head's up, feet are still flat. Pulsing the arms down for 5, up for 5. You can take a breather between each set if you need to. Level 3, feet are up, head and neck's up, or feet are up straight even harder. Okay? Up to you, whatever level you wish to do. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, out 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's do it 5 times. And on my last one. Once you're finished, just straighten the legs out. Take a breath. Don't speed up, just work on your breath, your own level, your own speed. And when you're ready, our next exercise, we're going to go back to our supine swimming. Okay, level 1, you can stay with what we were doing, slide the foot out along the floor, arm out the back. Okay, level 2 makes it a little bit harder. We bring the feet up, we bring the arms up. Okay, head and neck stays on the floor. Left leg goes out, right arm goes out, but we don't touch the floor. We come back in. Opposite side. Okay, these are called dead bugs. Control and engage that core. A wee bit harder. Okay, if it's too much for your tummy, if you've had any surgery, stoma bags, anything like that, folks, keep the feet on the floor and the arms on the floor, just slide them out. Stick to the sliding one, get that stretch still through the body. Okay, up to you, whatever level you want to work at. You decide. Only moving on an exhale no matter what one we're doing. Just want everyone to do 2 more for me. 1 on each side of the body. Once you're done, just relax the legs, straighten them out. Arms by your side. Take a few breaths. Just bending up the feet again. Last set of our bridges. Again, folks, we can stay with this the level we were doing, level 1, where we're just raising the legs up and coming back down. Okay? Raising the bum up. Level 2, this time makes it a little bit harder if you want to when you come up. I want you to stay up in this position. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, return. Okay, so if we can hold that pose a little bit longer, that'll make it just a little bit harder. Make sure we're nice and controlled when we're up here. If we're too wobbly or the back's not straight and controlled, folks, just lift and come back down. But if we can, control the breathing. You work at your level, your speed. Only moving on an exhale. And never holding the breath. Even though we're staying at the top for 2 breaths, if you are, you're not holding the breath. You're inhaling and exhaling. Everyone do 2 more for me if you can. Always coming down on an exhale, looking after that back. Protecting the back. Once you're finished, you can straighten the legs out. Just take a breather. Slow and steady on that return. Don't speed it up. Look after the back. Good. Once you're done, straighten the legs out. Take a breath. Okay. Next, instead of our sit-ups, this time we're going to go ankle taps. Okay, working the obliques. So level 1 again, just keeping the head and shoulders on the floor. Hands are by our side, and we're just sliding around, trying to reach the ankles or moving that general direction, back to the centre, out to the side. Okay, stretching round. Level 2, we're up. Hands are trying to move again. Head and shoulders are off the mat. Got that little gap between our chin and our chest. And we're trying to move in that direction, trying to tap the ankles. Okay, so you decide what you work with, slow and steady. In breath, purge, core engaged, and we're moving on an exhale. Inhale back if you need to, exhale around. You work on your level. If it's too much for you folks, too much stress in the neck and the chest, keep the head and neck on the floor and just slide into that general motion, that movement of sliding coming to the side. Good. Keep the breathing nice and controlled. Trying to reach those ankles. Back to center each time. Two more if we can. And relax. Straighten the legs out. Take a breath. Move back up to the arms. If we can, bring both arms out. Just chest height, shoulder height, folks. We've got our little ball or our balloon. We're going to do some 5-7 pulsing. Okay? So we're going to inhale for the count to 5 and exhale for the count to 7. Hands are always going to face in. We've got a little ball here, a little balloon, a little ball of energy. We're just pressing slightly on that energy. Arms are nice and straight. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In breath is shorter than the out breath. Two more cycles for me if you can. Arms are up nice and straight, keeping them up if you can. Just pulsing through that energy of this little ball. Last cycle for me. Once you're finished, just return the arms down to the floor. Take a breath. Well done. Okay, bending the knees up. Last set of our hundreds. Okay, so last 50, last 5 rounds. Head and neck stay on the floor. You're pulsing if you wish. Head and neck's off the floor. Gap between our chin and our chest. We're pulsing. Legs are up, straight or bent. Okay, up to you. You're breathing in for 5, out for 5. Away we go. Focusing on your own breath. Your cycle in for 5, out for 5. That's 10. You do it 5 times. Keep the gap between your chin and your chest. Once you're finished, just straighten the legs out. Take a couple of breaths. When you're ready, folks, I just want you to roll over for me onto your front. I just moved down the mat this way so you can see me a wee bit better. So rolling over onto your front, just take your time. If you have a cushion nearby, you might want to grab it just for the clams that we're going to, side clams we're going to do on this little round. We're going to start off with a leg exercise, okay? I'm in sort of TV position pose, but you can tuck a pillow under here, you can rest your head down on your arms if you wish, but we're going to move into our hamstring curls. Okay, so just one leg at a time. Just going to take an in breath and on the exhale, just curl up that leg, bring it in close to the body as we can, point the toes towards the body, and exhaling it back down to the floor. So just one leg at a time, just sort of shifting it each way here just to show you. So just curling up, right leg, then left, up in towards the body, and back down to the floor. Okay, control the speed of the foot going back down to the floor, just don't let it flop down. In breath preparers, exhale, we're coming up. Everything's nice and tight, glutes are tight, hamstrings tight, quads are tight, core's engaged, and nice and slow control, we're loosening it down. Brilliant. Don't forget about the breath, only moving on an exhale. Squeezing up, tight, nice and loose and controlled on the way back down again. Just do 2 more for me, 1 on each leg. As I said, just make yourself as comfortable as you can. Try not to put any strain on that back. Curl it up nice and tight. Lower and down slowly and steady. Only moving on an exhale. In breath, exhale, return. Good. Once you're finished, just take a couple of breaths. We're going to move into our swan dives. Okay, so hands just shoulder height, slightly off your mat if you wish, or in close, just up a little bit to the front. Okay, and as we inhale, we're going to lift up the arms and the legs at the same time off the mat. Core is going to stay on the mat. So take an in breath to prepare us. Exhale, we're going to try and lift up. Okay, chest is up, shoulders up, arms up off the floor, feet are up. Exhale, return. Good. In breath prepares, exhale, lift. Shoulders are up, not holding the breath. Back down on our return. Working at our own breath, our own speed, our own level. Want you to do 2 more for me, if you can. Trying to get those legs up, thighs up off the mat. Chest and shoulders up as well. Last time for me. Slow and steady. Good. Okay, once you're finished that, just want you to roll onto your side for me. Okay, doesn't matter what side you start with. You might want to grab your cushion now for under your head. We're going to move into our side clamps, folks. I'll just turn to the side to show you. Okay, so just make sure your back's nice and straight. Stack the feet and the knees. Okay, so ankles are stacked, knees are stacked, cores engaged. We're nice and straight. So if you're on your mat, try and get maybe along the back, the straight line of your mat, just to keep yourself nice and straight. In breath prepared, exhale, we're just going to open up. Okay, top hip, top glute, okay, is working the hardest. Returning on an exhale. You might want a cushion just for under your head. You decide, just lifting up this top hand. You can use your balance, you can keep it on your thigh, doesn't really matter. Slow and steady. In breath prepares, just stacking the knees, keep the feet connected if you can. Slow and steady back down. Good. Never holding the breath. Just do 1 more on this side for me if you can. Slow and steady. Good job. Once you're finished, then just roll back over onto your front for me. Let's turn back round. Last set of our hamstring curls. Okay, this time we're going to go into doubles. So instead of single legs, I want you to both legs working together. So in breath prepares, exhale, you're going to curl up both feet, put both toes in towards the body. Try to get those feet in as tight to the body as you can. Exhale, lower and down, working together. Same speed. Okay, don't let the legs flop down. Nice and tight and engaged on the way up. Everything's controlled. Slow and loose on the way down. And breath prepares, exhale, you move. Good, just do 2 more for me if you can. If not, just take a breather, especially if you've got any cramps in your legs. Okay, some people find this one sort of sparks some cramps, so just take a breather if you need to. Pump the legs out. Last one for me. Slow and steady. Brilliant. Okay, last set of swan dives. Hands are up. Okay, and breath prepares us. Exhale, we're lifting up off the mat. Okay, trying to get those shoulders up, thighs and legs up, feet up. Slowly coming down. And breath prepares. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Never holding the breath. 2 more if you can. Brilliant. Once you're finished, just roll it over to the opposite side. Okay, last set of clamshells on the opposite side. Again, just stack the feet, stack the knees. Okay, top knee, someone's doing all the work. Okay, you're opening up. That's it. Try and make sure you're nice and straight, as I said, on your back, along the back of the mat. Inhale the pairs, exhale the open. That's it, top legs doing all the work. Glutes are engaged, nice and tight, hips. Working core's engaged. Slow and steady on that return. Lifting up. Never holding the breath, only moving on an exhale. Lower and down. 2 more on this side if you can. Try to keep those feet connected. And return knee to knee. Last one for me. Well done. When you're finished, folks, just roll onto your back if you can. Just rolling over onto your back. Just stretch out your legs. Arms by your side. Just take a few deep breaths. Okay, when you're ready, just bend up both knees for me. Just bring your right ankle up onto your left knee. Just going to take a little stretch. Right hand onto right knee, right thigh, just pushing away. Just get that little stretch. Just bringing the breath back down into your normal rhythm. Slowing it back down. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. Just want you to lift up your left leg towards the body. Bring that right hand through this little triangle that you've made, this little gap. Left hand just around the outside of the left leg. And just grab hold of the left shin, knee, or back of your trousers, whatever you're wearing. Just hold that stretch a little bit longer. Good, just take an in breath and release it down to the floor. Just change legs over. Left ankle comes up onto the right knee, left hand, just pushing away the left thigh. Showing the breath. When you're ready, just lift up the right foot towards the body. Left hand just comes through the little gap. Right hand around the outside. And if we can, just grab hold of that. If that stretch is too much for you folks, just stay with the foot on the floor, just pushing away the left thigh. Okay, just get a deeper stretch into the glutes here. And into the groins and the adductors. That was stretched out through the circuit. Okay, just take an in breath, exhale, just release that back down and release your foot down to the floor. Just bring up the right leg now, hands in just behind, hamstring. Okay, and just holding that leg nice and straight. Again, just control the breathing, try not to hold the breath. Just relax the mind as you stretch out the body and finish your practice. Point the toes towards the ceiling. Towards your body, towards the ceiling, towards your body, towards the ceiling, and release it down. Good, left leg up, hands just in behind. Okay, just hold it, just keep the foot flexed. point the toes towards the ceiling, towards the body, ceiling, body, ceiling, and relax the leg back down. Good. Bring both knees up in towards the chest if you can, hands just in front of the knees or the shins. Just making ourselves into a nice little tight ball. Give ourselves a little rock side to side. That's it. Only if it's comfortable for you to do so. Just bring the hands onto the knees. Just give the knees a little roll, a little circle. Drawing a little circle with the knees. Just rolls out that lower back. And just change direction. And one last time, just bring the knees in, hug them in nice and tight. Take a few deep breaths in this little hug position. Just close your eyes if you wish. When you're ready, just release the legs down, stretch them out, and just take a couple of deep breaths on your mat. When you're ready, folks, just come back up into a sitting position. Always come into a seated position before you come up into a standing position, folks, and take your time in coming up into standing. Okay, and take a few breaths, and just like we would do in class, just pump out the feet, pump out the arms, get the blood circulating, get that heart rate up a wee bit before we get going again. I hope you really enjoyed that. Our mission is all really loads, so please stay at home, stay safe, stay well. There'll be a new one up next week, so just check back to the channel then for that. And in the meantime, folks, have a great week. I look forward to seeing you all soon.